Today on Flights, we're at Four Winds where they're brewing up a storm. Let's go have a look.
No, we didn't expect to grow as fast as we have. Definitely we've gone way past our original projections. I think we're probably past our 5-year projection in year 2, and we just underestimated the potential of what we could do and the demand in the industry, and we've been extremely lucky to have the reception that we've had, so it's been amazing.
What are you guys doing today? What's going on in the back right now?
Canadian Brewing Awards are in Vancouver this weekend. A lot of brewers from around Canada are here, and we invited 3 breweries from Ontario, Great Lakes Brewing, Sawdust City, and Nickelbrook. And we're all brewing a beer together called Best Case Ontario. It's going to be a hybrid of a Saison, but we're using wild Ontario yeast and wild Ontario hops. It's going to be aged in a wooden oak foeder that previously had wine in it. In the fall, we're going to bring in some Ontario pears and age it on pears, and then we'll bottle it. We'll see what happens.
We started coming up with all these beers, and we're like, okay, well, these beers need a home, sort of, and I sort of thought that they needed to have similarities in a series, and so we decided, okay, we're the Four Winds, so there's potential for 4 series there, so let's do the South Series, the North Series, the East Series, the West Series. We started out with the West Series, so the Greek god of the West winds is Zephyrus, and so the Zephyrus series is a series of like unique and bold, like West Coast style hoppy beers, modern ales, and then the Eurus series, the Greek god of the East winds. So those are more European inspired beers, and they're done in a 750ml corked cage, kind of a more classy, like European aesthetic to the bottle, and kind of an ode to like those old world, like Belgian or European style beers. And we like to kind of like dive deep into like the meanings of names, and like there's always a reason for what we do, and there's always a home for the beers that we make.
We never settle. We always want to do something different, which is good, but also could be confusing to the consumer when we're releasing 30 beers in a year, when people just want to have the same beer on repetition. This year, I think we're releasing 36 different beers. And then next year is probably going to be 50. So we kind of have a bit of ADD when it comes to our own beers. Like, we redid our tap system 3 months ago and put in 12 taps. We had 8 before, and now we wish we had 20, because we could probably have 20 beers on right now.
Yeah. Family aspect of your brewery is pretty interesting. Do you think having your dad and your brother as business partners gives you any sort of advantage?
I think we understand each other really well, and we've always been a tight family. We kind of grew up in a family business, so the entrepreneurial like spirit has always been alive in our family, and we kind of learned that as kids, and that's kind of like all we ever knew was working for family businesses. I think we understand each other. We all bring our own strengths to the table, right?
My family and I grew up in Tawasin, so this is kind of our neighborhood. I would say it was part smart business-wise. Leasehold is a quarter of what it is in Vancouver. The City of Delta is welcoming new businesses, where Vancouver is a challenge to even get a building permit. And central distribution, like we knew we weren't going to do a lot of traffic out of our tasting room, even though we do. We wanted to have a central location that we can sell to Vancouver, Fraser Valley, and all the surrounding areas. And this right here is almost central, and it works perfect for us.
Right. The skill of brewing beer is obviously important when you open a brewery, but you must have had some reservations going into your own venture.
Yeah, absolutely terrified, really. The whole recipe thing, I almost had to like relearn how to brew. When we started this place, it was almost from ground zero, and we built the recipes up. And to this day, we're still tweaking almost every recipe, almost every time we brew it. Not to change it, but to improve it.
I hear you say something kind of humbling like that, but then not even 2 years after you open, you win Canadian Brewing Awards Brewery of the Year. Best brewery in Canada. Has a nice ring to it.
Yeah, it was almost a year ago now, and it was shocking. As much as it was shocking then, it's still kind of shocking, but I'm starting to believe it. Like, I feel like the beer we were making a year ago was great, and I think the beer we're making now is a lot better. So I feel like we are producing some of the best beer that this country has to offer, and we'll never stop improving what we're doing.
Best part about being in the beer industry?
I was in sales before, and I think the best part for me is not only the amazing product we're making, we all enjoy it, but to sell a product that people are happy to buy. You know what I mean? Like, you're not bugging anybody to buy your beer. They want to buy your beer and they want to try your beer, so you show up to places and they're excited. It's a good industry to be involved in that way because it influences a good time, I think. Like any business, there's stress and there's issues and there's problems, and that's the hard part. But it's all good though, because it's, at the end of the day, like I said, it's beer.